Hi guys, Shira here. By the time you see this video, it'll probably be a month since my last upload. Apologies for that. I've just had a month full of exams and a lot of stress related to school and the administration and the policies in my school. I would love to do a rant about it, but I have to wait till I calm down a bit before I let out all my emotions about how much I dislike my school right now. So this week we're going to do something a little bit different. Purim is coming up. This is the holiday that commemorates the deliverance of the Jewish people in the ancient Persian Empire from destruction in the wake of a plot by the wicked Haman. This story is recorded in Megillat Esther, or the Book of Esther. The only ethnic food we really eat on this holiday is a cookie called the HAMANTASCHEN, in plural, HAMANTASCHEN. This is a Yiddish word that is a reference to Haman, the villain of the Purim story. The word tash means pouch or pocket in the Germanic languages, which could also be a reference to Haman's pockets, symbolizing the money that Haman offered Achashverosh in exchange for permission to destroy the Jews. In Hebrew, HAMANTASCHEN are oznei Haman, which means Haman's ears. And there's also another folk story saying that Haman wore a three-cornered hat, thus the shape. HAMANTASCHEN are made with a variety of fillings: prunes, nuts, dates, apricots, apple, fruit preserves, cherry, chocolate, chalva, caramel, cheese, poppy seed. Poppy seed is the oldest, most traditional, and in my opinion, most grossest filling. I am personally very picky when it comes to my HAMANTASCHEN. There is a specific way I like them, and I will eat any HAMANTASCHEN that doesn't taste like that. Basically, the only HAMANTASCHEN that I'll eat are my mother's. Why? Because they're just the best. So today, I'm going to show you how to make my favorite HAMANTASCHEN recipe. This recipe takes about 2 days to make because the dough needs to be frozen overnight, so make sure you have the time to keep that in mind before you make them. First and foremost, you're going to wash your hands with soap. Then you go into the kitchen, where you should have the following ingredients and supplies. 1 cup of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of oil, 1/3 of a cup of margarine, which is about 75 grams, 3 eggs, a clear cup to check the eggs, which we'll discuss later, 1/2 cup of orange juice, 4 cups of flour, a sifter, again we'll discuss later, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Of course, you're also going to need a bowl to mix all your ingredients together, as well as measuring cups and measuring spoons. Okay, so let's begin. So the first thing you're going to do is add 1 cup of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of oil, and 1/3 of a cup of margarine. 1/3 of a cup of margarine is about 75 grams if you live in a country that doesn't sell margarine in cups. If you don't have a mixer, like me, this recipe can get pretty messy. Don't be afraid to use your hands to get all that margarine mushed in together really well. Eggs in Israel need to be checked for blood spots, which is why I'm going to crack the eggs first into this glass cup before adding them to the dough. You're going to need 3 eggs. Next, you need 1/2 cup of orange juice. I've already mixed the concentrated orange juice into this bottle, so I'm going to use that. Now we need 4 cups of flour. In Israel, flour needs to be sifted in order to be considered bug-free, and therefore kosher. For the first cup, I'm going to use some of the pre-sifted flour that I had in the freezer, and I'm going to sift the rest of the flour in the sifter. This is how you sift. So you basically keep doing this until all the flour is in the bowl. Next, you're going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Baking powder in Israel comes in these little packets. I never remember how many teaspoons are in here. Oh, okay, it turns out there are 3 teaspoons. Good to know. And the last ingredient, 1 teaspoon of salt. Now you blend all the ingredients together into dough. If you're doing it by hand like I am, you're going to want to make sure that you don't see any chunks of margarine. And then roll the dough into a ball, like this. This dough needs to be refrigerated overnight to give it the best consistency for shaping the next day. For stage 2 of the HAMANTASCHEN recipe, you'll need the following ingredients and supplies. Flour, rolling pin, whatever you want to use for filling. I'm going to use strawberry jam, an egg, a bowl for the egg, a circle-shaped cookie cutter or glass cup, and a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Now that you have everything you'll need, it's safe to take the dough out of the fridge. I'm warning you, this dough is really sticky, so you're going to need a lot of flour. On the counter, on the rolling pin, on the dough itself. Don't worry about adding too much because it's not really going to dry out the dough. Roll out the dough Use a glass cup or cookie cutters to make circle shapes in the dough. Remove all the excess dough that did not make it into the circles. Add a dollop of filling into the middle of each circle. Fold the corners of the dough over the filling like this. This is supposed to symbolize how all the miracles of the Purim story were hidden. Oh, look how nice they came out. Now we're going to make the egg wash for the HAMANTASCHEN. Like I told you yesterday, you got to check the egg in the glass cup, pour it into the bowl, and beat the egg. And then brush the egg wash over all of the HAMANTASCHEN. Well, you're supposed to use an egg brush, but I don't have one, so please excuse the mess. When you're done that, you're going to bake your HAMANTASCHEN at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius for about 20-25 minutes. Let's fast forward 25 minutes or so. Basically, when the cookies start turning a goldish color, that's when you know they're ready to come out, and would you look at that. Well, definitely not the most beautiful HAMANTASCHEN, but definitely the most delicious. If you have any questions about the recipe or anything at all, feel free to write a comment below. Please don't forget to like and comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video or any other that you like with your friends. And if you don't have any friends, you can feel free to share this on your Facebook timeline. Over the next few weeks, I will be putting out videos, interesting things going on soon, such as Purim, the Jerusalem Marathon, as well as Tales from the Psychiatric Ward, where I'm doing my clinicals right now. So I will see you next time. So it's the next day. Yes, I am aware that I'm wearing the same clothes that I was wearing yesterday.